Good evening, namaste, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We continue to remember and offer our prayers for all those who are in distress and in sadness from Madhya. Tomorrow in Kuwait and Qatar and the Middle East is Eid al-Adha. It's the time for the Feast of Sacrifice, where every Muslim who can afford it should be in Mecca, Medina. Over 2,500,000 Muslims are in Mount Arafat today, the day before Eid al-Adha. Ladies and gentlemen, we have so much misinformation and it's very, very tough to keep up. But I thought I'll share with you the last LGE results. We've heard VP Jagdew boasting about the record success. Can we remember that opposition leader Aubrey Norton deciding not to contest the election because of the bloated voted list? So it was not an even playing field. Truth is the truth. I'm sure opposition leader had pressures and he eventually agreed to have some participation. To claim overall win is not true. If that is the case, let the election petition case go through and call the election. Simple, no rocket scientist. Ladies and gentlemen, my back channel as of minutes ago, there is trouble in Russia. President Putin, after 23 years, has seen another side of the fence. There is disruption, internet is disconnected, the media is blocked, and the Wagner Group, which he supported, his buddy, oligarch, with 1 billion US dollars from Kuwait, from Russia, Putin, each year. So they're good buddies, but they fall out. My intelligence is his lost image. Russians like the Wagner Group for what they did, so it is not all over. President Putin, with all due respect, is in sticky wicket. My back sources also tells me that big money were involved. All that we see in the news are not necessarily truth. There are other factors are going on. So remember, President Gorbachev, can you remember what happened to him? There was a coup, and what happens? He fell. So that is part of the Russian history. It is a trial. The Wagner Group did a trial to see what the population of Russians, how they are feeling. And they have suffered, they've lost lives, and they are. So keep our eyes out. All is not well. It's also a lesson for Guyana. When we think everything is okay, one spark, this spark with Madhya, can have changes for Guyana. Ladies and gentlemen, last Saturday, a book, Destiny to Prosperity, from Honorable Raphael Trotman was released on Amazon. I read all 187 pages cover to cover with notes and post-its on my sheet. My biggest takeaway I will share with you, page 29, confirms that the 2016 agreement was confirmed by the cabinet and minister was instructed to sign it. Sir Sridhar Ramphal represented both Guyana and Exxon. So when you hear all the beat up, this is in the book if you read it. Page 40, we hear about the $18 million, this and that, but the truth is the governor of the Bank of Guyana got the $18 million to help defend Guyana's case at the ICJ with $15 million. And $3 million was to help with skills development in the oil, environment, and in the gold industry. And it went to a U.S. Federal Reserve Bank. So how can the media and different spin doctors say that is hide slush money. It was not advertised because dealing with Venezuela, element of surprise. Nobody wanted, and I'm reliably told that Sir Sridhar Ramphal, who is respected by everybody, he was in and he was one of those who advised not to announce it. People can't tell a lot, you think, but this what happened. And he's respected, and so it was not announced, so Venezuela will not know. Which politician in Guyana will want to do otherwise? With all due respect, there's none. Page 41 talks about a stability clause. Well, Minister Trotman didn't pick it out from his ear or his advisor or his book. This was used and sent to him by GGMC, the experts with that area. And that was in the Andarco PSA and Exxon agreement. So it was a copy and paste. It was not something new, thinking out of the box. So, we need to be a little bit more diligent. Page 42. The agreement was signed, and you hear who was there, whose family was there, who was not. The truth is, it was signed in Texas. Again, Sir Sridhar Ramphal, among others, including the Guyana courts, Rashid Mohammed, he's a registrar to record all the facts. Page 42, Minister Trotman did not act alone. Cabinet approved, and weeks later, the senior Minister of Finance tabled in Parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, my biggest surprise and shock was page 5V, the missed opportunity for shared governance for all. And I need to read the words. What 99% of the Guyanese are aware or unaware of is in 2011, the election results, December the 18th, the leaders of the PPP, APNU, and AFC met the very afternoon at the public building to discuss the way forward. At that meeting, Mr. Granger, you have to give credit where credit is due, Mr. Granger proposed to Mr. Donald Ramotar, President-elect, that we should all come together and form a government of national unity rather than having a hung parliament. Mr. Ramotar, to his credit, did not reject the idea outrightly, but instead responded that it would be difficult at that stage to enter in such a government because his party, the PPP, neither campaigned nor sought or obtained a mandate for a national unity government. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest is history, and this is on page V. It's the truth, and the truth will set us free. My prayers and best wishes to you, your families, your children, your community, and Guyana, with God, Bhagwan, Allah, Buddha, Yahweh, Abraham, and Obatala. Be well. Blessings forever.